What's going on, y'all? Welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new. I'm Imani, and this is my YouTube channel where I share social media tips and tricks to help brands and businesses improve their online presence. And in today's video, we're going to be talking about some mistakes that you're committing on your Instagram, whether it's a business or creator page, that you need to stop today. Now, some of these mistakes you may not be committing yourself. Maybe you know somebody, maybe you're a part of a team where they're just committing these mistakes and they need to stop. You probably want to share this video with them, right? So let's get right into it. So the first mistake that literally drives me crazy every time I see it, it makes me cringe. Whenever I see a business say DM to book or DM to purchase, drives me crazy. Can we stop doing this? There's so many different Instagram features, platforms that you can use if you say you don't have a website, right? So for one, you can create a free email, create a Google phone number, they're free as well. If you are a service provider, maybe you sell food or you have a restaurant, or maybe you are a beautician, a hairstylist, an esthetician, any of those types of industries where you're providing a type of service. Instagram has something called action buttons where you can integrate it into your profile, and maybe you offer your food services via DoorDash. You can add this action button to your page and they can click the button and it'll take them to order right through the app, right through Instagram, and it'll take them to DoorDash. Or maybe you are a hairstylist and you use Style Seat. People can book your service right through your Instagram profile. Maybe somebody wants to book a reservation to eat at your restaurant. They can do so right through this action button. So you have the opportunity to reserve, to book now, and to order food. And so many different platforms that service providers use that can be integrated into your Instagram account. I feel like DMs can be unprofessional to do business in, right? I know for me, when somebody contacts me in my DMs to do business, sometimes I miss it because I don't check my DMs, but I check my emails every day. My email is in my bio for a reason. It's in my profile for a reason, right? Your potential customer, your potential client may get lost in your DMs, so it's better that they email you or contact you a different way outside of Instagram. Also, what happens if Instagram goes down for the day? How are people going to contact you if you're telling them to DM you to book, DM you to purchase? The next mistake that you're making is you're posting and ghosting. What does that mean? You literally are posting whatever your content is, whether it's a picture, a reel, a IGTV, and then you're just disappearing. You're not engaging with the people that are engaging with your content. If you respond to those people that are engaging with you, if you engage back, that encourages them to continue to engage with your content. But if you just post and just disappear, it's like, all right, what am I engaging for, right? And even if you dedicate just a few minutes a day to respond to your comments, to engage with people on your timeline, because not only is it important to engage with the people that are engaging on your content, you also need to engage with others to help grow. That's a part of growing on social media. That's a major aspect. You have to engage with other people besides yourself. Like, you can't just like post, okay, I'm good, I'm gonna magically grow all these followers and have all this engagement. No, it doesn't work like that. You gotta engage, you gotta comment, you gotta like, you gotta support other people's platforms as well. And you can dedicate, let's say, an hour every morning, an hour before you go to bed to do so. As long as you're doing it, that's what counts. For me, I spend an hour on TikTok every morning. That's my time for TikTok. You have to dedicate some type of time to engage on your social media. Now, the third mistake that you're committing is you are not using hashtags. I don't know how many times I have to say this, but hashtags still work. You may just not be using them correctly. Instagram allows us to use up to 30 hashtags. It's okay if you don't want to use all of them. Maybe you just want to use 5, 10, 15, 20, but use the hashtags. They still work. Your hashtags should include branded hashtags, community building hashtags. If you have a campaign, you want to make sure that's in your hashtags. And you want to have a variety of hashtags. How many times am I going to say hashtags? You want to have a variety. So definitely don't focus on hashtags that have like millions and millions of posts, because your post is just going to get lost in that. You want to include hashtags that have like 10,000 posts, and then 100,000, and then 500,000. You see what I'm saying? And maybe just do 1 or 2 hashtags that have like 1 million posts. But don't focus your hashtags on those types of hashtags, because then you're gonna just get lost. You can literally use hashtags in your reels, in your IGTVs, and all your different types of posts. I know I mentioned before in previous videos how you should be using hashtags in your stories, but now that Instagram introduced reels, it's kind of pointless to do hashtags in your stories, because there's nowhere for your story to populate. It used to be that if you put a hashtag in your story, it would populate on that hashtag page. Now that reels are here, reels replaced where the stories used to be on that hashtag page. So there's no place for your hashtag to populate. I mean, it doesn't hurt you to use the hashtag, but it's not going to do the same thing that it was doing before. And then another thing about hashtags, you can put them in your profile as well, but you want to make sure if you're putting hashtags in your profile that they are branded hashtags. That means that they are specific to your brand or specific to your company or your business. You don't want to put in your profile, in your bio, hashtag NYC Chef. Why? Because if somebody was to click on that hashtag in your profile, it'll take them to all the other posts that feature hashtag NYC Chef, and now they have all these other options for chefs in the New York City area versus them being focused on you. So you want people to stay on you don't want them to go to other people. So stay away from using like community building hashtags or generic hashtags in your Instagram bio. The fourth mistake that you're making on Instagram is you're not promoting your services, your business, your product. And I'm attacking myself with this one. Instagram gives us so many different features where we can literally promote our brand, our business, in so many different ways. If you are a product-based company, you can create reels, your story posts, all different types of posts to promote your product. And every post does not have to be a salesy post. If you're showing up consistently, if you're sharing user-generated content, if you're sharing if you're sharing reviews, or maybe a behind-the-scenes look of how your product was made, or behind-the-scenes of what your everyday life looks like as an entrepreneur running a candle business, people will really enjoy that type of content and want to support you. Most of the time, people are buying into you as the brand. Yes, they may enjoy your actual product or your business, but most of the time, they're buying into you, right? So there's so many different ways you can promote your brand, your business on Instagram, whether it's reels. Like for me, for example, I wear my merch in majority of my reels. And then I go ahead and tag, because I have my Instagram shop set up, because that's another thing. If you have a product-based business, you can go ahead and set up an Instagram shop. So since I have an Instagram shop set up, I make sure that I tag my products in all my reels. If you are a service-based company, you can do carousel posts. You can do different types of tips and tricks type videos, explaining your services, explaining how people can work with you, showing results, showing examples of your work. Maybe you're an event planner. You can really get really creative with doing different types of reels and showing how the event started, before the event started, and then showing an after. Start promoting your business, your brand, because there's so many different features on Instagram that allows us to do so. When you are promoting your business, your brand, your content, you want to make sure that you're remaining consistent and that you have a strategy, right? And you're really showing up and showing people that if they were to support you, they're going to get what they're paying for. And I have a whole series on how to really create a successful social media strategy, and I will link that down below. Now, the last mistake that you're probably committing is you're not checking out your insights. Instagram literally just updated, if you haven't checked out my last video that talks more about the insights, but Instagram just updated the insights to include reels, thank God, to include live videos, and it expanded more details on reach insights. In your insights, it provides you who's supporting you, when are they most active on social media, what are their age, it gives you their demographics, it tells you which type of content is performing better, how many people has it reached. Like, it's so much useful information in your insights that you really need to be checking out. And when you look at your insights, it tells you what's working for your platform, what's not working. Maybe you should do more of this, maybe you should stop doing that. Maybe spend a few minutes every week, because your insights are based on the last 7 days and the last 30 days. So maybe every week you want to just put aside some time to go in and just screenshot everything, and maybe you want to input it into a spreadsheet so that you can compare and see, all right, what's working, maybe we should continue doing this, doing that, right? So yeah, definitely you want to make sure you're checking out your insights. You want to make sure you're using your hashtags, you promote your brand, your business, you stop telling people to DM you to book and to buy your product, and you want to stop posting and ghosting. Engage with people, give that mutual support back. People really love that, right? And so that's it for today's video. Let's stop committing these mistakes. As always, you can follow me on all social media platforms at It's Imani Murray, and thank you for watching. I will see you in my next video.